Once we reach the top of this area, we have only a little bit farther to go before we make it to the boss rooms. This part can be annoying because the statue enemies are a little bit challenging to deal with because of the way they jump and move around, but also because the spike enemies are going in and out of the background, so you have to be very careful when trying to make your next jump. When we go through here, we end up on this elevator, which takes us to the final floor of the game. In this area, we're going to have to face off with 3 different dragon bosses before we finally get to the main boss of the game. Once they light up, do a jump kick into them and back away onto the platform below, so you can avoid all of his arcing shots. After only a few, you'll defeat him, continue moving on, and after the first one, you'll get an extra frog, which will give you an ability, and after the next one, we'll get a frog, before the third one will actually save our master. For the second dragon, you don't have that bottom platform, but usually I like to stand on the very edge and just keep jump kicking back and forth, landing right on that edge, and you won't take any damage from the dragon with that. There's a frog here to give us some extra health if we did need it, and now we have the third and final of the dragons. Once again, no platform to easily jump through, but I stand right here on the bottom. You may get hit, but it only takes a couple of kicks in order to defeat the dragon, so just be quick about it. You should only take 1 or 2 hits at most. After that, we can see our master once again, and now it's time to go into the final boss battle of the game. For the final boss, I usually like to use my charged up ability first, so as soon as he lands, launch it at him. He'll jump in the air after every time you hit him, so anytime he lands, just keep delivering these hits, and you'll be able to stop him from even moving towards you. Once you run out of them, then get close to him and start using your ability, whatever kick you currently have. Just keep doing the special move every time he lands, and if you're quick with it, you'll be able to hit him before he's actually able to get a move off. If not, when you're using your special move, you'll go right through his move, and you'll be able to hit him even without him hitting you. When he jumps to the far left or right, he's usually going to launch out a giant ball of energy at you. When he does this, just be ready for it and jump over it. Once you run out of special moves, just keep jumping back and forth, delivering jump kicks or punches to him, and after only a few more, you should have him defeated. Now, once he's done, you may think you've completed the game, and you can actually save your sister here, but we have one last boss battle to go. You jump on the cloud at the very end, and now we have to deal with the final form of the sorcerer. He turns into this large spider enemy. Now, you get 3 of your charge ability back right at the beginning, so use those 3 first. Once they're done, he's going to start shooting out these boomerangs every once in a while. Just keep moving around in a circle, they'll home in on you, but you should be able to dodge him. Anytime you get in close, deliver a punch or a kick to him, and just keep avoiding the boomerangs. It'll only take a few hits to destroy him, so he actually ends up being a pretty easy final boss. Once he's been defeated, you jump off the cloud to the ground, where we get to see our ending of the game. Yeah, the ending is a little bit underwhelming as we now move into the credits. It's probably my only gripe about the game is that the ending is pretty lame, but now we get to see all the different levels and screenshots from the game as the credits scroll by, and we get to see all these different animations and sprites of the different Jackie Chan characters throughout the game. As you get to see all these different facial expressions and animation, it's just one of the many reasons why I really enjoyed this game. This game was released in Japan as just Jackie Chan and was ported over actually to the PC Engine, known in America as the TurboGrafx 16. Jackie Chan's Action Kung Fu is pretty much a great example of a perfect NES game. You have great music to listen to throughout it, beautiful graphics to look at, and the gameplay is very solid, very tight. Every time you want to do something, you're going to be able to do so. The only downfall is the ending, but I can forgive it. There's 5 levels, which is relatively long depending upon what games you've looked at on the NES. So overall, it's a very, very solid game, and I highly recommend you guys check it out for yourselves. As we see our special thanks, it's then going to go to our final screen of the game, where we get to see presented by Hudson. So with that, that's going to wrap up this edition of Play It Through. I'd like to thank you for watching, and of course, I hope you enjoyed.